your lips almost look like they are paralyzed, like this.
But how beautiful in between.
Do you want to talk to the judges about when we shot your line reads?
We shot the line reads actually the day after. On the day of the CoverGirl shoot, I had my first ever panic attack. I was starting to go into a shaking fit. I was gasping for air. The worst part was the whole time I was just thinking, God, I'm so embarrassed, and I'm so upset that I'm making everybody have to do all this work and worry about me.
Welcome to the fashion world. It happens.
What do you think would happen in a non-top model situation with something like that?
The most likely thing is you just be swapped out like that, unless you are Christy Turlington, Tyra Banks. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're expendable, and they will swap you out if you're in any major city just like that.
Sophie, are you ready to see your CoverGirl moment?
Want to know what it takes to be a cover girl? Listen up. It's all about being you. Every side of you. Daring to demure, naughty to nice. Be honest, be beautiful, be real. Customize your look to fit your life with new Blast lipstick from CoverGirl. Creamy colour on one end, shimmery colour on the other. Expertly matched. Now there's a lipstick with a flip side, just like you. New Blast lipstick from easy, breezy, beautiful CoverGirl.
Great voice, believable, although I wasn't crazy about all your in-between camera moments. Not like some of Laura's moments where I really believed I was voyeuristically looking at a girl just having fun.
And you're Illuminata, so I expected like to see scenes where you're like just going, you know, kind of at it in a natural but like effervescent way. I didn't see that. But your read was fantastic.
You stepped on set, blew me away. Just even the way you were expertly matched. Everything was just so cute and quirky.
You looked a little Edie Sedgwick, like, after a party for me.
Do you remember when we were sitting on the bed the other day, and I said, you're the type of girl that if I was your age, I'd want to be your friend, but that girl that I think is so fantastic was not in that CoverGirl commercial in the candid moments. So now it's time to see the print ads. We're going to start with Laura's, and here's your best shot.
What I really love about this shot is you were starting to feel the pressure of the competition, but you cannot see the panic.
I don't really love it. I don't love your shot on the right. Your shot on the left is okay.
You have these beautiful full lips that I relate to as a woman of color, and you have a certain sass and a little twinkle in your eye that I like. Okay, Sophie, now it's time to see your best CoverGirl double trouble.
I love the eyes. It's focused, it's sharp, not looking at the glass of the lens. It's looking through it to the person. It's making an actual human contact.
I mean, Sophie, for me, the shot's superstar. You're the hot, cool British model, and you can come in here with pink hair and you can sell lipstick.
So now it is time for the judges to deliberate. And when I call you back, I will announce which one of you is America's Next Top Model. America and the UK are head-to-head right now, and we have to make a decision. Don't be favoring people that sound like you. And don't be favoring people that sound like you.
You know what actually is really interesting about this deliberation just in general? For the course of this competition, I've never gotten to a point where at the end we have two girls that you really like.
I feel like it's my job sometimes to be hard on them and like really kind of call it from the place of a publicist, but I think they've both grown so much and they're incredibly beautiful.
Okay, so do you remember that shoot where they had to style themselves and put everything together? It was pretty much, you know,
that was my challenge. I worked with them.
This series of photographs is when they both started to stand out for their own thing. You know, there's Laura kicking her foot, attitude, there's where that kind of punk sort of rock and roll element of her came out. It's like, yeah, whatever.
And Sophie ended up, to me, looking like kind of a modern Kate Moss.
Sophie really came alive on that shoot. She was like Charlie Chaplin's great-granddaughter.
She just doesn't fall into that typical lineup of just pretty girls. There's almost this little bit.
But neither does
something.
Laura. One of my favorite shots out of the whole bunch, where I think when the girls really came alive, was with the Kardashians. There is Laura, upside down, broken like a doll. For me, I'm like, wow, what can I do with this picture? I want to put this picture in my salon if I had one.
She makes noise. She goes out and makes noise.
But who's gonna get booked?
Laura.
Sophie, Illuminata.
Are those Illuminata hands?
I might pick Sophie for a casting before I would pick Laura. Because Laura actually is prettier on film than she is in person.
You remember the music videos? Do you remember Sophie was super sexy?
They all know me, I'm Sophie.
Her hair that day in that silver glitter dress, she was so beautiful. That's when she really won my heart as a model.
I was like, this girl cannot dance. I can tell she has no rhythm. But her presence was so strong. You know, she was like, I can't dance, but it doesn't matter. And I was like, okay, I'm sold too.
So then she sold you.
She sold me.
What did Laura do? She just
Laura was super snarly.
She was a little too snarly.
Hi, I'm Laura. You zig, I zag.
That shoot with the silkworms, not only did Laura bring forth emotion and hold on to her inspiration, but at the same time, she gave interesting pose after interesting pose. Whereas Sophie sat in that shoot and just thought of her boyfriend cheating on her and almost wept through it. And, you know, I want someone who makes some noise, someone who is a little unconventional.
Laura, for me, the shot that she got with Nigel up there was unbelievable.
Laura just came alive. One of the things I love about Laura is that she's willing to do whatever it takes to get the picture. For a photographer, that's inspirational.
But you said she was so crazy on the sidewalk, you had to sit her down.
It's one of those things where crazy, 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 too much, too much. No, stop, Laura, don't do that. Oh, don't fall off. You're going to ruin the dress. You're going to... But then I also get the magic.
When the girls came to Toronto Fashion Week, they got to meet with designers, and just seeing the feedback, people remembered Sophie, and she did well, and I think the press loved her. I think she had a different look on the runway.
When all the girls were here at the beginning of the competition, I didn't really notice Sophie. She was just one of the group. The makeover transformed her. All of a sudden, with the pink hair, she came alive. She was like a little light. You named her Illuminata, and since then, she's shone.
The person who keeps on trying prevails. From a PR standpoint, she was runner-up in Britain. Then she comes here and she wins. It's a great PR story. She's the little engine that could. She didn't give up. She kept going. She has pink hair.
I think Laura would be so much fun as a correspondent on Extra.
I think Sophie is the one. Absolutely, that cute little English voice.
She's demure. She's not so over the top. Her energy's not going to freak out a movie star. I guarantee you she'd be like Jude Law's new girlfriend.
I thought the fragrance shot of Laura was stunning, absolutely gorgeous, you know, dreamy.
But what's up with the panic attack? Because that does make me nervous.
We've all had moments where we've broken down.
Panic attack is different than, like, I'm crying and I'm sad or I'm scared.
I mean, there are plenty of people that have panic attacks that work in the fashion industry. But she's going to have to find a way to deal with that.
What I feel we have is a potential that I haven't seen very often on America's Next Top Model. This is someone who is beautiful and real in such a way that it's stunning to watch. And people out there in the business will go the extra mile to make someone like her work.
You know, I actually thought Sophie was just going to come in and ace this competition. And I can't believe how close it's actually gotten, like down to the wire, between Laura and Sophie.
America's Next Top Model is either an American or she's a Brit. The judges have deliberated long and hard, and we have reached a decision. Laura and Sophie, please step forward. What a journey you two have been on. Interesting that you are both allies in this war. If we think about the history of our two countries here, the US and the UK were at battle during the Revolutionary War. And now the countries are allies, just like Laura and Sophie. But the battle continues, and only one of you will be America's Next Top Model. Will it be Laura from Scotia, New York? The rocking rebel girl that doesn't zig, but she zags. She marches to her own beat, and the judges love her for that. Or will it be Sophie from Oxford, England? The sweet girl that walks into a room and just lights it up, and people want to be her friend. But there can only be one America's Next Top Model. How do you feel right now, Laura?
My heart is just racing.
Sophie, how do you feel?
I feel like I can't quite connect to how huge it is.
America's Next Top Model is... Sophie!
I was like, what? I think my reaction is just like, oh my God.
You rock. You were amazing. I think that you are going to be a high fashion model. You have skills.
I made it this far, you know, it's like I got through all this freaking emotional stuff.
And hold on to the zag thing.
Till the end.
Okay.
Till the end. I'm not just gonna give up. Just because my face wasn't on the screen this time doesn't mean it's not gonna be on a screen another time.
Thank you so much.
I never
thought a Brit could win America's Next Top